Yes! What is up, everyone? It's great to see you, and once again, please accept my sincere apologies for not posting for a while. I have some big things in the works for the World Cup, which I can't wait to share this news with you when I can, when I'm legally allowed to do so. And also, I'm working on this idea where I want to help the next generation be 10 times the player I ever was, and that pumps me up. So ultimately, I appreciate your patience as I try to pay it forward. Anyway, what are we waiting for? Let's get to it. It's time for the very curious news from around the globe with the amazing Cardenio. Very curious news item number 1. To the surprise of no one, Karim Benzema is the winner of this year's Ballon d'Or, which crazily enough, at the age of 34, it is the first time he's ever been in the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or voting. But his last year, and no, I'm just gonna say it. Ever since Cristiano Ronaldo left to go to Juventus, Big Benz has been tremendous. He's taken his game and his goal contributions to another level. His hold-up play, his combination play, his finishing, and his leadership skills, which I think has helped Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo in particular reach their respective potentials, even though they clearly have some more room to grow, which is kind of scary to think about because those two are already very good. Anyway, he has been nothing short of amazing, and you can't forget the stats either. 44 goals and 15 assists in all competitions last season. He led La Liga in goals. He won that trophy. He led the Champions League in goals, and he won that competition too. And he also won the Spanish Super Cup. And after being out of his national team for an extended period of time, he helped lead France to the Nations League trophy, including a goal and a man of the match performance in the final. But maybe the most important attribute to winning this award is how consistently clutch Benzema has become. Anytime his team needed a goal, especially in last season's Champions League, he would put the team on his back and make goddamn plays, getting goals, getting assists, chasing hopeless balls back to the opposing goalkeepers, and turning their mistakes into goals. The guy did it all, and against some of the best teams, players, and defenders in the world, and he deserves all of the praise that he's receiving. But 2 questions for you. 1, how does Robert Lewandowski, who himself got absolutely hosed by not winning the Ballon d'Or during one of the last 2 seasons, if not both, win the Gerd Muller Trophy this year for being the best striker in the world when Karim Benzema is a striker? It hurts my brain just thinking about that because by my math, Benzema should have won both awards, right? So what are you doing, France football? Get your shit together. 2, with this being the first time in 16 years that neither Messi or Ronaldo were in the top 3 in voting, which is pretty ridiculous, by the way. We've been spoiled by their consistency and greatness for a very long time. It's clear a shift is coming, so I'm curious as to who you think will win more Ballon d'Ors between the 2 most obvious young talents in the world right now, Mbappe or Haaland. Now, despite all the negativity swirling around Mbappe, he's an incredible player and I love watching him play. He makes the game look so easy, but I might lean to Haaland. Outside of his rather pedestrian showing against Liverpool in this last game for City, he's made the Premier League look like a farmer's league, and he's only going to get better. So I'm curious as to what you think. Hit me up in the comments with your thoughts. Very curious news item number 2. One of my favorite players in the world and Diogo Jota are ruled out for the World Cup. Yes, I'm talking about N'Golo Kante, who I absolutely love. And the main reason is because every time he steps on the field, you know that he's going to give everything that he possibly can for the team. And without him and his positive vibes in the middle, I don't think France are going to win the World Cup, okay? I said it. Of course, it's pretty hard to repeat as World Cup champion in general, so I don't think they were going to win it anyway, but they're definitely not going to win it now without this guy. As for Diogo Jota, I'm gutted for him and the others who are going to miss this upcoming World Cup due to injury, because representing your country at the highest level is something that I feel very grateful to have done, and for those counting at home, this is my flex of the day. It's absolutely heartbreaking for Jota and all these guys, but given that Jota's only 25, I look forward to watching him play in person when the 2026 World Cup is in the States, when he's arguably in his prime at age 29. Very curious news item number 3. With Manchester City losing to Liverpool, does Arsenal really have a legitimate chance of winning the Premier League? Like, really? Okay, fine, we're only 10 games into the season, so this is way, way, way too early to talk about, but come on, it's fun to maybe look at it a little bit, just to consider it. The Gunners have won 9 out of 10 games, somehow only losing to Manchester United, but they sit comfortably on top of the table with a 4-point lead over City and Spurs. But can they keep it up? That is the big question. If they stay healthy, then I'll say that will keep them in the conversation until the very end. But like any team, that is a big if. Also, it would probably help if City and Liverpool had some injuries too. Not that I wish that upon anyone, okay? I'm not trying to throw any negativity voodoo stuff out there. I would prefer any league champion to be the best team because they were the best over a full season, not because anyone significant got hurt on the opposing teams. Also, just so we're clear, Spurs and Chelsea are not in the conversation to win the league, so don't come at me, Spurs and Chelsea supporters. I don't want to hear it. Spurs, you're Spurs, and Chelsea, oh, we got Graham Potter, everything's going to be great. We're going to have a great transfer window in January, blah, blah, blah. You don't have N'Golo Kante for a while, and without him, you're not winning squat. Also, another important component for Arsenal is their hunger this season. The players, the coaches, everyone looks like they have something to prove, and I've got a few examples. Granit Xhaka, the man has been excellent this season. He looks reinvigorated, so we'll see if he can keep his head all the way through. Gabriel Jesus, he wants to show that when he plays regularly, which he wasn't at City, he's a top number 9 in the Premier League and in the world. William Saliba wants to prove that he's a top defender, and I actually think he's probably already done that in 10 games. And Mikel Arteta wants to prove that his system and philosophy are working, which I think is evident by their consistency in beating the teams that they should, which is not something you could say about Arsenal for many years, even under Arsene Wenger. So the proof of their viability as potential champions will be in how they fare against the so-called top 6, especially away from home. Can they grind out results against City at the Etihad, Liverpool at Anfield, Spurs at their NFL stadium, and Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, since they've already lost to United at Old Trafford? This, for me, will be the biggest test for this young team. Can they keep their heads when things aren't going well and they're suffering on the field? Can they adapt and be fluid and have success? I'm hoping that they can, because I want to see them have a go at it, and I want to see them as a contender once again. I feel like the world's a better place when Arsenal aren't a meme club. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. So let me know your thoughts about anything I talked about above after you hit like and subscribe, of course. I'm very grateful for your support, and be on the lookout tomorrow for my MLS playoff preview now that we're down to the final 8 teams. Later.